Hello dear students, this is Jackishan. Welcome to the second part of chapter 3, Coordinate Geometry. Before starting this lecture students, as I have told you in my last part of the video, that now onwards I will give you assignments also, and in part 1 of chapter 3 Coordinate Geometry I have given you one assignment, that is assignment 1 of chapter 2 Polynomial. I hope you all are gone through that, and maybe if you are having any problem in any type of question, so for that students I will provide you solution also. So the solution you will get of assignment 1 in the description part of this video. Okay, so don't forget to open description part of the video. There you will get a link, and in the same manner as like in the previous video you have got your assignment, in the same manner you will get the solution of that also. Okay, and in my next part of the video I will give you assignment 2. So like this students, you will have 2 days to solve each assignments, to complete each assignments. Okay, so like this we'll study and we'll focus in mathematics. Now coming to today's lecture students, as in part 1 we have completed the introduction of coordinate geometry as well as exercise 3.1. okay, and in this part we are going to see exercise 3.2 and 3.3. But before starting the exercise students, let us revise that what we have studied in the last part of the video. There we have studied students coordinate system. Okay, in coordinate system we were having two mutually perpendicular lines, and we used to find the location of any point with reference to these two lines. And what are these lines students? The name of these lines are x, o, x dash, and y, o, y dash. As x, o, x dash is what? It is x-axis, and y, o, y dash is what? It is y-axis. Okay students, and this is like, these two lines are like number line. Okay, like this is horizontal number line and this is vertical number line. So on horizontal number line, right hand, in the right hand side of the zeros, all the positives are there. Okay, and in the left hand side of the zero, all the negatives are there. On the vertical number line, above the zero, all the positives y are there, and below the zero, all the negatives y are there. Okay, so like this we have studied coordinate system, and because of these two perpendicular lines, okay, this plane is divided into 4 parts, and that parts are called quadrants. Quadrant first, this is quadrant first, this is quadrant second, this is quadrant third, and this is quadrant 4. Okay students, now we used to find the location of any point with reference to these two fixed lines. Okay, like if we want to find what is the coordinate of this point, coordinate means what is the address of that point. Okay, so firstly we try to find the distance of this point towards x-axis. For that students, we draw a perpendicular line to x-axis, and then we measure this distance, suppose it is x unit, and then we used to draw a perpendicular from this point towards y-axis. Okay, and Now we will measure this distance. Suppose it is y unit. So towards x-axis it is x unit, towards y-axis it is y unit. Then the coordinate of this point will be x comma y. Okay students, so like this we used to find the coordinate of any point. And now in quadrant first, in this x comma y, this x is known as what? Abscissa. Okay, its name is abscissa. And this y is what? This y is ordinate. Okay, so we used to call them abscissa and ordinate. Okay, so here abscissa is x and ordinate is y. Okay students, now see, in quadrant first, the sign of abscissa and ordinate, okay, see, in the right hand side of the 0, positives are there, means in this quadrant first, all x are positive, and y is also above the 0, so it is also positive. So in quadrant first, positives are there. Okay, means abscissa and ordinate both will be positive. In quadrant second, abscissa will be negative but ordinate will be positive. In quadrant third, abscissa is negative and ordinate also negative. Okay, and in quadrant fourth, abscissa will be positive but ordinate will be what? Negative. Okay students, now what we have studied, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. Because of these two axes, the plane has divided into 4 parts. That parts are called quadrant first, quadrant second, quadrant third and quadrant 4. Now we used to represent any point as x comma y like abscissa and ordinate, and this representation is known as coordinate. Coordinate means address of any point. Okay students, so this much we have studied in the introduction of coordinate geometry. Now coming to the exercise 3.2. The first question of exercise 3.2 is, write the answer of each of the following question. The first part is, what is the name of horizontal and vertical lines drawn to determine the position of any point in Cartesian plane? So as I have told you students that these are two fixed perpendicular lines, and these lines are known as what? This is xo x dash and yo y dash. So this is what? This is x-axis and this is y-axis. So here also the question is, what is the name of horizontal and vertical lines? Means these two perpendicular lines. So one is your x-axis and one is your y-axis. So this will be your answer. Okay students. Second part is, what is the name of each part of the plane formed by these two lines? Now because of these two perpendicular lines, this plane is divided into 4 segments. Okay, it means 4 parts, and each parts are called what? Quadrant first, quadrant second, quadrant third and quadrant 4. Okay, so each parts are called quadrants. Okay, so this will be your answer. In bracket you can show that first, second, third and 4, means 4 quadrants are there. Okay, now third part is, write the name of the point where these two lines intersect. Means the question is about this point students. Okay, so where these two lines means x-axis and y-axis intersect, so this point is represent like O and its name is what? Origin. Okay, its name is origin. And what is the coordinate of origin? As like here the x is 0 means abscissa is 0, ordinate is also 0, so the coordinate of this point means origin is 0, 0. Okay students, so like this we will do the first question of exercise 3.2. Now coming to the next question. Question number 2 is see figure and write the following. Means firstly we have to see the figure and then we have to give the answers of following question. So the first part of this question is what is the coordinate of B? In figure students, where is B? B is here na? So what is the coordinate of B? So see, we will write each coordinate in the form of x, y. Okay, where x is what? Abscissa and y is ordinate. Okay, means x is what? The distance towards x-axis and y is what? The distance towards y-axis. Okay, so what is the coordinate of B? See, it towards x-axis, for B towards x-axis -5 is there. Okay, means abscissa is -5, and towards y-axis 2 unit is there na? So its coordinate will be what? -5, 2. Means at the place of x -5 is there and at the place of y 2 is there na? So the coordinate of B will be -5, 2. Okay, this will be your answer. Second part is what is the coordinate of C? Okay, so in figure where is C? C is here na? Okay, so again firstly we'll see toward the distance towards x-axis. So the distance towards x-axis is 5 and the distance towards y-axis is -5. Okay, means the coordinate of this point will be x is 5 and y is -5. So here we will write 5, -5. Okay, third part is the point identified by the coordinate -3, -5. So firstly we have to see -3 is where? Here. Okay, this, and -5 for y it is -5. So -5 is where? Here. Okay, so here in this question we have to write what is the name of that point. Okay, the point identified by -3, -5. So at -3, -5 E is there na? So we will write E point. Okay, means point E. Okay students, same question is fourth part. 2, -4. We have to see where in the figure 2, -4 is there. So on the x towards x-axis 2 unit is there, towards y-axis -4 unit is there. So we have reached to point G. Okay, so the answer is point G. Okay students, now the abscissa of D. What is the abscissa of D? So abscissa means distance towards x-axis na? So what is the if the question was what is the coordinate of D? So what you will write? Firstly we'll see the distance towards x-axis, it is 6, and the distance towards y-axis it is 2. So the coordinate of this D is what? 6, 2. Okay, and in this coordinate abscissa is 6, ordinate is 2. So here we can write the abscissa of D is what? 6 unit. Okay students, now sixth part is the ordinate of H. So in the figure where is the H? H is here. What will be the coordinate of this H? So towards x-axis it is -5, towards y-axis it is -3. So the coordinate of this point will be -5, -3. Okay, so what is the ordinate of H? It is abscissa and it is ordinate. So ordinate is what? -3 unit. Okay students, now seventh part is what? The coordinate of the point L. In figure where is the point L students? So here we can see the point L. So what will be the coordinate of this point? See, towards x-axis it has not traveled anywhere, means neither on the x neither on the positive direction nor in the negative direction, means it is at this position, so abscissa will be 0. Okay, and what about ordinate? So towards y direction it has traveled 5 unit, so the coordinate of L is what? 0, 5. Okay, it is very important to understand this point, students. Towards x direction the point has not traveled, means neither on the right hand side nor in the left hand side, so its abscissa will be 0. But towards y direction it has traveled 5 unit, so its ordinate will be what? 5. Okay, so the coordinates of point L is 0, 5. Now 8th part is what is the coordinate of point M? So in figure, students, where is the point M? The point M is here. Okay, now in x direction this point M has traveled -3 unit, so its abscissa will be -3. But what about its ordinate? Okay, see, towards y direction point M has not traveled, means it has not traveled upside the 0 or downside the 0. Okay, so its y will be, the value of y will be 0. Okay, students, so the coordinate of point M will be -3, 0. Okay, so like this we can complete the second question of exercise 3.2. Okay, students, so pause the video and note it down, students. Yes, it is very important to complete your NCERT fair copy. Okay, so that note it down everything. So like this, students, we have completed our exercise 3.2 also. Now we are going to solve exercise 3.3. Now exercise 3.3, students, the first question of exercise 3.3 is, in which quadrant or on which axis do each of points -2, 4, 3, 1, -1, 0, 1, 2 and -3, -5 lie? Verify your answer by locating them on the Cartesian plane. Okay, this plane is called Cartesian plane. So now, students, as we know very well that this is your x-axis, means x, o, x dash, and this is your y-axis, y, o, y dash. Okay, so first point is -2, 4. Okay, so firstly we'll represent -2, 4. So towards x-axis the distance is -2, and towards y-axis the distance is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, from these 2 points, students, you will draw perpendicular lines. You will draw from a scale. Okay, so where it will meet, this point will be -2, 4. Okay, suppose this point is point A. Okay, here we have represented this point, and you know very well that because of these 2 perpendicular lines, this is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2nd, this is quadrant 3rd, and this is your quadrant 4. Okay, students, so now we have represented this point as A, and this point lie in which quadrant? This point lies in quadrant 2nd. Okay, so second point is 3, -1, means towards x direction it has traveled 3 positive unit. Okay, so here it is, and towards y it has traveled -1. Okay, so just draw a perpendicular line like this. So here it will be a point 3, -1. Okay, students, suppose this is point B. So here we have represented it by B. Since this is 4th quadrant, so it will lie in 4th quadrant. Okay, students. Now third point is minus 1 comma 0 na. So towards x direction minus 1 is there, but towards y direction it has not traveled because it is 0. So this point will be your point C. Okay, and where does it lie? It will be in quadrant second or quadrant third, students? Think about it. It is in this point will lie in quadrant second or quadrant third. See students, it will neither lie in quadrant second nor lie in quadrant third. It will lie on the x-axis. Okay, this line is what? This line is x-axis na? So this point will lie on x-axis. Okay students. Fourth point is 1 comma 2. Towards x direction 1 unit it has traveled, and towards y direction 2 unit it has traveled. So draw a perpendicular lines so that you will get this point. Suppose this point is D. Both are positive, so it will lie in first quadrant. Okay, quadrant first. Here also you have to write quadrant, and here also you have to write quadrant. Okay, now fifth point, minus 3 comma minus 5. So minus 3 comma minus 5, students, see, towards x direction minus 3, towards y direction minus 5. So just to draw a perpendicular line from x-axis and from y-axis. Where it will meet, that point will be what? Suppose this point is E. So this point E, and where it does lie, it lies in quadrant third. Okay, third quadrant. So like this, students, we can complete. We have completed question 1. Okay, just note it down. And what was the important in this question? That suppose if the point is this, okay, any point is this point. So where this point lie, it will neither lie in quadrant 1 nor lie in quadrant 4. It will lie on x-axis. Okay, suppose one point is here. So where does it lie? It will neither lie in quadrant third nor in quadrant 4. It will lie on y-axis. Okay students, so we have completed question number 1. Now coming to question number 2. Question number 2, students, plot the points x comma y given in the following table on the plane, choosing suitable units of distance on the x-axis. Okay students, so this is the table, and in this table x and the values of x and y is there. Okay, so you have to represent it. So we will represent it, students, like the first value x comma y is, the first value is minus 2 comma 8. Okay, we will write like in the coordinate form. So it is minus 2 comma 8. So see students, towards x direction it is minus 2. So minus 1 minus 2 this is, and towards y direction, okay, this is at 8. So towards y direction this is at 8. So just draw perpendicular lines from 2 and from 8. Okay students, so from 2, like this we have drawn a line, and from 8 we will draw a line. So this will be your minus 2 comma 8. Okay, the first point. And where does it lie? We will also tell where does it lie. So it lies in second quadrant. Okay, second point is second quadrant. Okay, second question is minus 1 comma 7. Minus 1 comma 7. So let us see where it will lie. Towards x direction it is minus 1. Towards y direction it is 7. So again we will draw a perpendicular line from minus 1 and a perpendicular line from 7. So here it is, suppose it is point B, it is point A, okay, it is point A and it is point B. Where does it lie? It is also in second quadrant. Suppose it is point B, okay. Third is 0, minus 1.25. So towards x direction, this is origin, students. Towards x direction, it has not traveled, means x is 0. At y it is minus 1.25. So minus 1.2 will be like here, na students, in between 1 and 2, okay, minus 1.25. Suppose this is point minus 1.25 and it is like C. So third is 0, minus 1.25 and it will lie where, students? See, it is on y-axis now, so it will lie on y-axis and it is represented, we have represented it by point C, okay. Why I am writing name? Because it will clear to you easily, okay, to which point we have represented. Fourth point is 1, 3. 1, 3. So towards x direction it has traveled 1 and towards y direction it has traveled 3. So draw perpendicular lines. So this point, suppose this is point D. So point D is 1, 3 and where does it lie? It will lie in first quadrant, okay, first quadrant, and we have represented it by D. Now students, last point is what? 3, minus 1. Fifth part is 3, minus 1. So where this point is located, 3, minus 1, towards x direction it has traveled 3, towards y direction it has traveled minus 1. So draw a perpendicular line like this. So here we can get point E as it is in fourth quadrant and we have represented it by E. Okay students, so like this we can complete question number 2 also, and as well as we have completed chapter 3 from NCERT. Okay students, so and note it down properly students. As I have told you that preparing fair NCERT copy is very important, and all the assignments you will do in your other copy. In the last part of the video I have given you assignment 1. In this part you will get the solution of that assignment, and in my next part I will start chapter number 4, that is linear equations. Okay students, and in that part of the video you will get one more assignment of chapter 2, because chapter 2 is very important students, from the examination point of the view. Okay, the chapter 2 is very important, so you will get the second assignment in my next part of the video. In this part of the video you will get the link of solution of assignment 1, where you will get the link of solution in the description part of the video. Okay students, so go through that and just complete your all work in your fair copy. Thank you students.